Do gold medals matter? This is the question, and the answer to that is sort of yes, they do, and no, they don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. What we're going to do is talk about the medal system in Overwatch and look at how we can read into this and see if we're performing well or if people on our team are maybe not doing what they should be doing, and sort of some conclusions we can draw from that. So what we're looking at here is Soldier 76. Now, Soldier 76 is a DPS hero. He should be getting the gold medal or the silver medal for eliminations, because all you need to do to get an elimination in Overwatch is do damage to a target that subsequently gets eliminated. So the fact that I've got golds here for that, that's great. That means I'm shooting the enemy, which is good. I've got 26 objective kills. This means I'm killing people on the objective. Again, this is good. This means I'm stopping the enemy from completing objectives. I'm pushing them off payloads. I'm stopping them from capturing control points and all of that stuff. So again, this is good. Objective time. The fact I have no medal for this is good. This means I'm not standing on the objective, which is an obvious place for the enemy to attack. I'm Soldier 76. I don't want to be standing on top of a payload. I don't want to be standing in the middle of a control point or a capture point. I'm going to get killed. What I want to be doing is in positions waiting for the enemy to move in so I can flank them, so I can do damage to them. So this is good. So even though I don't have a medal, this actually means I'm playing quite well. 27,000 damage done. This is great as well. It's gold. I'm DPS. I'm doing damage. Great. Thumbs up. Healing done. I've got a bronze for this. Now, I'm Soldier 76. I've got my biotic field down. It's healing people. There's probably like a Lucio, an Anna, a Mercy. They'll be in the gold and silver positions because they're actual real supports and Soldier isn't. This is Zarya. Now, this one's a very interesting one because I've got a bronze medal for eliminations. Now, bronze, that's not too bad. The DPS should be getting gold and silver, but I've got 55 eliminations there. That is extremely high. If you get over 50 eliminations in a game, that's a very good performance. So the two of the people above me on our team have clearly been absolutely destroying people. So I'm fine with the fact that I don't have a gold for that. I'm Zarya as well, so you know she doesn't have maybe the best potential to get the most eliminations, but she can still get quite a lot because she is Zarya and she is a frontline tank. Objective kills, we've got 23. This is actually okay. This means I'm killing people on the objective, stopping them, you know, capturing stuff. That's fine. Zarya should be in and around that area, which again is highlighted by the fact I've got a gold medal for objective time. This means that because I'm Zarya, I'm playing her properly because I'm actually on the objective. Zarya is a tank. Same goes for any of the other tanks, really. If you're in and around objectives, on them, getting objective time, that is what you want because that means you're playing your class properly. Damage done, 16,000 and got the bronze. Again, that's okay. You know, sometimes Zarya can do loads of damage because she gets supercharged all game, and sometimes she doesn't have that much charge. As you can see, I've got average energy of 51%. That's pretty good. And yeah, you know, that was a pretty good performance. Even though I don't have all the golds, this is an extremely good performance. So then let's move on to a Zarya game where we've got a couple of golds. So I've got 50 eliminations and the gold medal. This is great because this means I've been involved in most of the combat. What you would like to see, though, is your DPS maybe having this medal as well. The fact that Zarya's got it either means that we've been charged for the majority of the game. As you can see, we've got 40% average energy, but I don't know what the length of this game was. I don't think it says. So maybe it was a shorter game than the previous one, or maybe, you know, something like that. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. You will get the gold medal sometimes with Zarya because you remember you've got ranged attacks. You're not just like a Reinhardt with a melee attack. You've got your fire strike, sure, with Reinhardt, but it's much easier for Zarya to get eliminations. Objective kills. This is also pretty good because we're killing people on the objective. With Zarya, right, we should be stopping people capturing objectives. Objective time, though, we don't have a medal for this. Now, what does this mean? Maybe we can read into this. Maybe this means whatever map we were playing, I was not standing on the objective because there was a choke point we could use. Maybe that's what was happening here. So the fact that I don't have objective time, I don't know, maybe that doesn't matter that much. Maybe it does, but I don't think it does, considering we've got eliminations and objective kills. So it means that what we've been doing, we've kind of been doing okay. Damage done, we've almost, well, I was going to say we've almost done 20,000, we've not. We've done 19,230, we've got a bronze. Again, 2 DPS should be above me for that, which is fine. So this is not a bad performance. But what you've got to resist the urge here is because you're a tank, you don't want to be going into the team chat and be going, hey guys, why have I got gold in the limbs? You know, why have I got golden objective kills? DPS should have that. That's not entirely true. If I had gold damage, I might be thinking surely the DPS could be doing something else. Or you might just be having a really good game where, as I say, you're getting a lot of charge, you're doing a lot of damage. Now let's move on to Lucio. So Lucio is obviously a support, and We can read quite a few things from this screen. I don't have a medal for eliminations. This, I think, is a problem because I am not that great at getting eliminations with Lucio. I find it quite difficult to aim with Lucio, and I tend to spam attacks all over the place just hoping to tag people, which you can kind of see by my weapon accuracy because it's so low, it's 17%. This is me just firing everywhere, hoping people walk into my projectiles. So maybe I should kind of work on that. Eliminations, everybody should try and get as much as possible. You're never going to beat DPS characters for eliminations, especially people like Soldier, McCree, you know, people with hit scan weapons or, you know, stuff like that. You're not going to beat those guys. They should always be up there with the golds and the silvers. Objective kills, this isn't too bad actually. This means we've got 12 as Lucio. I'd say this is pretty good. It means that we're taking people out on the objective. I kind of would like to see this lower. This means that somebody probably hasn't been playing as well as they could have been. Objective time, we've got the gold for this. We're Lucio, so Lucio sort of spends his time around objectives, I'd say. Capturing points, you know, healing people. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's fine, that's fine. Damage done, we've got no medal. I would never expect to get a medal as Lucio for damage done. If you're getting medals as Lucio, there is a severe problem on your team. It means DPS or somebody is not doing damage because Lucio, he's like one of the lowest damage heroes in the entire game. Then we've got healing done. This is gold, which it should be. Now, there are cases where you will get beat as Lucio for healing done. Generally, if it's a shorter game, somebody like Anna or somebody like Mercy can beat you for healing, or maybe even a Zenyatta sometimes. But if the game goes to any kind of length, Lucio should win all of the time on the gold medal for healing because he's got an AoE heal. He heals everybody, and it's like crazy effective. We've got another Lucio game here. Again, we don't have a medal for eliminations. We don't have a medal for objective kills. We've got a bronze medal for objective time, so that was kind of okay. Damage done, we've done 7,800 damage. So we've done a lot of damage this game, really, for Lucio. We don't have a medal. Now, if I did have a medal for this, I would be very worried. Healing done again, we've got the most for healing, which we should have because we are Lucio. But if you notice, we've also got a lot of deaths there. So 14 deaths and 22 eliminations. That's not the greatest. Alright, let's talk about the gold medal system then and why it's not so... It's not so set in stone that either because you've got a gold you're playing well, or because you haven't got a gold you're not playing well. The problem with the system is, you generally get, like, in very simple terms, if you are a DPS character, if you're Soldier, you're McCree, you're Genji, you're, you know, anybody like that, you should be at least getting silver for eliminations. You should be trying to get at least silver for damage done. And then when you look at things like objective kills, again, the same kind of applies to that. Objective time, I wouldn't be too worried about that. You're about eliminations and damage done. You need to get damage done to people, because if you're not doing that, you're not doing your job. When we start getting into awkward situations, and I've seen this a lot when I've been playing ranked, is people will look at, or they will shout over the microphone, "Ha, I'm Reinhardt and I've got gold damage." Now, of course, that is not great, because that means the DPS guys on your team are probably not doing what they should be doing. But of course, this is a very bad thing to say, because it means that those guys on your team are going to start thinking, "Oh my god, this guy's saying I'm bad, blah blah blah, how's he beating me on damage, what the hell am I doing, I must be playing terrible." But then there are situations where actually a Reinhardt could do a ton of damage. Take Hanamura, for example. If you're fighting in little small choke points and the whole team is together and the Reinhardt is constantly getting Ana boosted and is running in and doing massive damage, in that case, yeah, it should be doing a lot of damage. Maybe if you look at heroes like Junkrat or Pharah, they can do a lot of damage, and most of the time if one of these are on your team, they'll probably get the highest damage done by quite a long shot. This is because they do splash damage and they hit people, you know, it's in a small AoE when their bombs detonate, when their rockets detonate. They are doing damage AoE. But the problem with this is, though, is it effective damage? If you compare it to somebody like McCree, maybe McCree only does half the damage that you do, but McCree is landing the kills, he's getting the headshots, or maybe a Soldier. They are eliminating people. You're not actually eliminating anyone, you're just splashing damage all over the place, and in fact you could argue that the damage you're splashing all over the place results in the enemy getting their sort of ultimates up faster, so actually maybe it's a negative. But then again, if you're not getting the gold medal for damage as a Pharah or as a Junkrat, then you're probably not playing them right. You're not doing enough damage as them. So you can see how it's muddy, right? It's not super clear. It's not like, yes, I've got the gold, I've played the best. Because you could have situations where you get like 4 gold medals. So let's say I've got goldy limbs, I've got gold objective kills, gold objective time, gold damage done, and I am Winston. There's probably a problem there if I've got all of those, because I shouldn't be doing the most damage. I shouldn't... Well, Winston should be getting high eliminations. That's true because of his attack. But doing the most damage is Winston. Now, Winston, that something is going on there. And we need to think, like, what's going on? Instead of sitting there and going, look, I've got all the golds we should have won. Which is the other problem I've got with the whole gold medal system. When people think, because they've got the gold medals, that they're playing extremely well. And the team need to sort themselves out. You might be playing well. In fact, you probably are playing well if you've got the gold medals. But if you've got the gold medals, and like you're Winston in the example I just gave, and you've got gold for damage done, you've got to think to yourself, hang on a minute, what is that McCree doing on our team? What is that Reaper doing? But how do you approach those players? What you don't do is say, oh, I've got gold medals, come on DPS, what are you doing? That's bad. That's really, really bad. Maybe you say to them, hey guys, would you like to swap? Because if you're doing so much damage as a tank, maybe you actually should be playing DPS, and in which case you would be killing the enemy and being more effective, and that person could play the tank. Now I get, guys, it's very difficult to... It's a very difficult topic this is to address, and you can't just straight up say to people, excuse me, you know, you're not playing the greatest, would you like to swap heroes? Because that's what you're saying to them, and they're going to react negatively to this. I had this in a game where there was an Ana player, and her healing was pretty low. I mean, she even admitted to what her healing was, and I'm thinking, wow, that's really low. I think she was trying to do damage more than actually heal the team, which is a really bad thing to do as Ana. And I said to her, hey, do you play any other heroes? And Ana just said, no, I play Ana. And I was like, oh wow, this is like awkward, I'm thinking to myself, because I wanted her to play like a Lucio or maybe play a Mercy or something like that, and I wanted to play the Ana. But yeah, it was really awkward, and we went on and we lost that game. Now, did I get sort of salty on that? I did, I really did, because I was like, hey guys, I didn't actually say this to them, but I was like, oh, if only like that Ana didn't play Ana, we probably would have had a better chance. But again, it's approaching the situation. It's like, what do you say to them? In that case, I just sort of, you know, let the Ana carry on. I didn't say, Ana, look, change your class, this is terrible. Because I don't want to start attacking people when they're playing the game, because that's probably going to result in those guys being, you know, not wanting to play as much. So you can see the problem I've got, guys. The gold medal system, or the medal system itself in Overwatch, the whole reason why it's there is to sort of show visually what you're doing in a game and if you're playing well, but it doesn't actually reflect it as sort of transparent as you would imagine it to be. So don't think because you've got all the golds you're playing extremely well. Sometimes look at it and think, maybe I shouldn't have this gold medal, maybe I can help somebody else on my team by sort of offering them maybe some advice, or maybe changing up the way you play the game a little bit, or something like that. It's very difficult. I can't give you guys answers to this, but I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people will go out there and they'll say, I've got the golds, I played well, you're crap, you cost us the game. And that's not actually true. In fact, that's not really true in any example I can think of. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. I want you to let me know what you think about this whole gold medal sort of predicament that we do find ourselves in, where people do go around shouting about how they've got the golds and how they're playing well and they're doing this, they're doing that, but actually, are they playing well? Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and let me know if you can think of any ways Blizzard could make this more transparent. I mean, the obvious way is they could do, you know, a straight up stats system which shows you how much damage is done, how, you know, like a you press tab and it brings up a list of all the kills, the kill death ratio and everything like that. But they don't want to do that because they didn't want to promote toxicity between players. They didn't want to promote, hey, you're not playing well. But actually, the game already does that anyway, because if you're playing McCree or Soldier and you don't have highest damage done on that team or highest eliminations, then you're probably not playing them well. So other people will pick up on that and they will start saying to you, hey, change your class, or hey, do this or do that. And actually, one last thing I want to just touch on before I finish is the gold medals don't show everything. Because imagine if you're a Winston and you pop your ultimate right at the end of the game and you push the enemy off a payload and you win the game. The medals don't reflect that. In fact, maybe you don't even have any medals. They just don't reflect that. But on the other hand, maybe if you did have medals during the game, it wouldn't have actually got to that point where you needed to push them off the payload. So not everything is reflected by the medal system. And this is another reason why it is so complicated to explain. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. And I will catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.